North Koreans started to flee from North Korea in numbers at the time of the famine in the mid-1990s. And they fled across the Tumen or Yalu River to China in search of food. And they kept coming. And China had to develop a policy as to how to deal with them. And China decided to track them down, arrest them, and send them back to North Korea.
The river's wide and treacherous, but for an increasing number of North Koreans, it must be crossed. Freedom and food await.
The new Underground Railroad began to form about that time in the late 90s. South Korea and China had developed diplomatic relations. So South Koreans started to go to China, and they heard about what was happening, and some missionaries started to go, trying to help these people who had fled.
It is an unlikely coalition of people traffickers, church groups and governments who have given these people something they never had at home: hope.
The Underground Railroad is really a series of cells. It's very similar to the Underground Railroad in the pre-Civil War South, where individuals know one piece of the route but not the whole route to preserve operational security. Local Chinese Christians might provide a safe house. Somebody else might buy a train ticket. And none of these people really know who the others are. In 1990, the number of North Koreans who made it safely all the way to South Korea was 9. Last year, 2,700 North Koreans were able to reach South Korea thanks to the Underground Railroad. Those North Koreans often have a hard time learning how to adjust to freedom. The skills that served you well in a totalitarian country, staying out of sight, being quiet, being passive, are just the opposite of the skills you need to get ahead in a free society. North Koreans who escape are performing two very essential functions. They are educating us about what life is like in North Korea. 15 years ago, we had no idea what the place was like. Today we know, and the only reason we know is because of the people who've escaped. Another thing that is happening is that the people who escape are getting information back into North Korea. They're beginning slowly to transform the knowledge base. Knowledge is power, and once they begin to learn and begin to know just how much their leaders have lied to them over the years, there may be an incentive to demand change.